Blake's Buzz Live.
Buzz, buzz, babies.
Hey, Buzz! Oh my God, my mic is loud. Buzz, buzz, babies! How's it going? Happy New Comic Book Day! Happy Wednesday! Why is everything is loud? Wow, I just blew my own eardrums out. Hey, everybody! I'm deaf now, but I'm happy to be here because we got cool comic books to talk about tonight. But first, as you know, we got to talk about a couple things, so let's just dive right in, shall we? Here's some cool stuff I'm working on. The next chapter of Will Allred's crossover division, which is issue number 8, is about to come back to Kickstarter. Your favorite literary-infused multiversal saga is returning to Kickstarter. This time, Hank and Hector find themselves face-to-face with Sherlock Holmes, but I guarantee this won't be your normal romp along Baker Street. No. Sign up for the pre-launch page and get notified the moment the campaign goes live. And plus, you'll get notified and you'll be able to snag that absolutely gorgeous Tula Lote variant that you can see right there, along with some other amazing covers that we're about to reveal very soon. So follow the campaign page so you don't miss anything. By the way, folks, I'm trying to let you in on a little secret. Here we go. Hi. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. All the links we talk about, or all the books we talk about tonight, are going to have links in the show notes. The stuff I read in the ad, the guest book tonight, you just click the link, you go there, you support indie comics. It's pretty amazing how that works. All right, let's get back to this. Also, coming up, I'm working on one of my favorite fantasy comics, Ruination, issue 12, and Tales of Ruination, issue 2. Are going to drop on Kickstarter very, very soon. It's the end of the second arc, and it is a masterful conclusion to the I don't know where they're going to go after this, but I'm so excited. I do want to let you know, though, I know like 12 issues. Whoa, that's a lot. If you're just coming in, I get it. All right. Check this out. You click that link, you go to the pre-launch page, download the first issue free right now. Get it, read it, see if you're into it. If you are, right? There's plenty of catch-up tier options in the new campaign. There's a hardcover, there's a soft cover, there's singles, there's digitals, great bundles of everything. So check out that first issue, see if you dig it. And if you do, hopefully you will. I know you will. It's a great comic. You come back and let us know. Join us on the campaign. All right, finally, I know this one is a little different, but Booked for Life, how to write and market a book to fill your coaching courses or agency. Blake, we're not a life coach. Yeah, no shit, me neither, but I don't know how I got here. But anyway, Brian Cohen hired me to help with this Kickstarter. He's a very cool author. He's a very great marketer. What I want you all to know, Kickstarter warriors out there, indie creators out there, there are going to be a lot of additional add-on marketing courses for this campaign, like how to market your book, how to make Amazon ads, how to sell your book on Amazon, a lot of stuff like that. Okay. So even though the campaign may not directly interest you, there may be some additional marketing assets to be had at pretty competitive pricing, some cool courses and stuff like that. So, I'd really appreciate if you check that out. It may be of interest to y'all. Just letting you know. And finally, I know you may have I took it away a little prematurely, You got a little problem going on. I'm just kidding. We're not like that. We're not like that here. But if you have that problem, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with you. Where are we going? If you are starting a crowdfunding, oh my goodness, you may notice that Laguna Studios logo. That's where I was trying to get. All right. Blake Morgan and Blake's Buzz, am paired up with Laguna Studios. We are preferred Kickstarter vendors now, which is pretty rad. But if you need help with your crowdfunding campaign, if you're a creator with a comic or a passion project, or you aren't sure where to start with crowdfunding, Blake's Buzz and Laguna Studios, we are here to help. All right. From campaign planning, from that first idea to page design, marketing, fulfillment strategy, and everything in between, right? We've got your back. Reach out. Let's build something together. If you need some help on crowdfunding, I know it's a crazy environment. It feels like it's changing every day. Hit us up. It'll be fun. Anyways, we got comic books to talk about tonight, folks. And I've known this guy for a long while, and I'm really, really stoked to talk about him because he's a really good dude, and he's writing really good comics. Let's get stuff queued up here. Let's get my mouse buttons ready. Get this. All right. He is the writer behind Healer's Blade, Kid Cretaceous, and he's got a new book with the hottest indie publisher on the market, Summit. Well, yeah, they're pretty hot. They're pretty hot. Let's go with it. The hottest indie publisher on the market, Summit Comics. And that book, it's called The Twin Flames. Let's bring him out. It's J. Michael Miller. He's not clicking the button. J. Michael Miller, come out. Oh, there you are. What's up, sir? How you doing? How's your night?
Hey, thanks for having me. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Before we get too far into it, Jay, let it hit me.
My night's doing good.
This new project. I think we may have some audio lagging issues. I'm kind of worried about that. Hit me up with let me know what your new book's about. I'm excited about it. Uh-oh. I think we're having some technical difficulties, folks. It's you never know what's gonna happen when you're live. Okay. Jay, I'm gonna send you a chat, but you may want to try leaving and coming back. We appear to have some audio syncing issues.
Okay.
Let's see. Right, I gotta type, talk. Bruce is barking. Live shows are great, folks. We're having fun here. How's everybody in the chat? We got some comments in the chat. We're gonna hit them up. Let's see. May try leaving and coming back? Question mark. Okay. Let's go to the comments section here. Kenneth Bird showing up early. I appreciate you, Kenneth. How you doing, bud? Good to see you. Mad Prophet Tommy, what is up, sir? I know you all. I've had a rough couple days. I'm not gonna lie. I needed some of that aggressive positivity last night, and I'm thinking, you know what? The world needs aggressive positivity, and that's my buddy Tommy's show, which is live every Tuesday night on this wonderful network called the EXP. By the way, you guys want to know something cool about the EXP? Want to know something really cool? Look what's happening this Friday. What? Mr. Dalmastasian himself? What? He's going to be on promoting the new book? What? Friday, 1 Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific on the FOC show? If you guys don't watch that, you're silly. You're silly little butts. You need to clean your silly little butts and get them there on Friday. Clean them first, though. I don't know. I'm being weird tonight. I've had a weird couple days. Did I mention I've had a weird couple days? I know I'm not supposed to talk about myself, apparently, on my own show. A very harsh critique the other day. Anyways, let's see what's going on. We got he knows where I live. Everybody knows where I live. Hey, thank you, Chris. Hey, needs me an announcer, a hype man. You know, I'd do it. I'd be happy to do it. I believe Chris is going to be coming on the show. The Chris and Chris duo are going to be coming back on the show soon. I'm very, very excited. Brian Wolf, what's up, dude? Blake banned the chat. I don't know what I did, honestly. We're on a downhill slope here at Blake's Buzz, and it doesn't seem to be improving. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Guys, how's it going tonight? You guys read some new comic books in a while? You guys done anything like that? I don't know if you guys know this, but I love hot dogs. You guys like hot dogs? You guys like hot dogs, baby? There's one. Now, this is dangerous, because now I have to eat this. And there's nobody to answer a question. Let's see if we can get... Oh, my God. Let's see if we can get J. Michael Miller back in here. Jay, welcome back. How's it going? Not good. Okay.
Hey, how's it going?
We have a huge...
I think we're doing good other than that.
Yeah,
there's the best intro that I've had.
Appreciate you, bud. There's a crazy audio delay. I think you're about 15 seconds behind me. We'll try and see what's going on. All right, so before we really get to it, like I said in the intro, we got your book linked in the comments, in the show notes. Everybody can check it out. Tell us real quick what this amazing book is about while I bring up your Kickstarter page and we scroll through it.
Well, this book is rooted in ancient Egyptian mythology and about a perfectly imperfect couple that are called on the day the world is supposed to end by an ancient Egyptian deity named Bennu that has had his powers used and abused by an ancient Greek cult to use for their own purposes. And so this is his first time getting to call wielders to use the power for him, kind of like a Zordon figure. We just got this unlocked our first stretch goal for Nico Noden to get an art print, and we're close to getting the second art print for Soraya Noden, the better half of the Twin Flames. Two-time Eisner nominee Stephanie Williams as a backup after talking to her for the second year at Boise Comic Arts Festival. We got Nate Schachter from Summit Comics that does Wayfair as the second backup story writer. We have Granite in there for a variant cover. And we've got Cobalt Cricket with Go for the shirt as the mayor talking to the mayor of Las Vegas at the end of the story for Twin Flames #1. He kind of made sure Summit Comics was enmeshed throughout the whole story as well.
These covers are absolutely gorgeous. You've got a lot of great artists and friends of the show. I saw you got a cover from Ignacio. I haven't seen a piece from Lane Lloyd in a while. I don't know where they've been. That's awesome. You got great interior art, amazing exterior art, unlocking stretch goals and stuff. What's it like to be a part of this indie movement over at Summit Comics, Jay?
It's really exciting. I was kind of part of the OG crew, Summit formed in Travis Gibbs' Discord community. And there was him who had Upheaval, CJ Hudson had Granite, and Devin Rascott had Noir that were kind of already existing superheroes that funded on Kickstarter. They wanted to kind of brand that together and create a shared universe and asked if there were any other creators interested. And I jumped in that, even though I was going to see Fantastic Four and Alio at the drive-in, and then camping after that. So I kind of came up with, it was exciting and a lot at the same time because everybody was excited talking about all the characters and setting up Summit Comics while I was also on vacation and trying to make sure that I got my piece in. But everybody was really enthusiastic. It's been exciting seeing everybody work towards the same goal. We've had 8 campaigns fund and be successful. And it just seems like the momentum can't be stopped. Adam, the chief creative officer, has done great with press for every campaign. We were also able to get in on that and had an article with AIPT come out announcing the launch, and that Stephanie Williams was in it as well, and should have some more press for Twin Flames coming in the near future. But he's been great getting press for every campaign.
That is so
it's
cool.
exciting having so many people working for the same goal.
How does one get Eisner nominee Stephanie Williams on a Kickstarter book? How do you guys land that?
First, maybe meet her before she's an Eisner nominee, and then I met her 2 years ago at Boise Comic Arts Festival. And then last year at Boise Comic Arts Festival, she was at a panel with Goats Flying Press and Ignition Press talking about her book, Roots of Madness. And that's a great comic to read as well by her, and also Temporal and Wonder Woman. But after that, I was thinking about a different project for her with Summit Comics that ended up not happening, but I wanted to make sure that we got her on something. So I thought about the Twin Flames since that's my book that I'm writing, and everything just lined up perfectly.
That's so cool, dude. She's amazing. She's so talented. I've been loving seeing her blow up. I mean, she's, the way comics work, she's known a lot of this stuff was happening. And I've heard a lot of rumors about some new stuff going down at DC. I don't know what's true and what's not, but I'm pretty sure she's involved in something we're going to be hearing about very soon. But you know, it's just been great seeing her like Street Sharks. Just kind of that comic came out of nowhere, and it was just like, whoa, this is
Yeah,
amazing. This is like another cool entity that Dynamite was like, yeah, we'll throw this in your face too. And it was like, yes, and like, you know,
Street Sharks help.
her involvement with that, and just she's just killing it, and all these indie projects, and yeah, doing stuff with Ignition Press, like everything Ignition's doing is phenomenal. So yeah, it's to release this campaign right now at kind of like a very hot peak moment of her career. That's got to be helping move some backers on this campaign. You think?
I think it definitely has to help. I just was talking about it right before I got on. My stepfather was on a phone call with his parents, and he saw the interview on CBS Saturday mornings about Stephanie Williams as well, and it's just cool that it all worked out at the same time, but also that even my parents know some of the people that I'm working with.
Nice. Yeah. I wish my parents sure don't. I don't even. I think a lot of my family like didn't even think I got paid for a long time. I'm pretty sure they're like, "You make money doing." All right. Anyway.
It's kind of how comics is.
Right. Yeah. Well, that is so cool. So I mean, I know you probably can't say yes or no to this, but does that mean like she may be involved in Summit Comics in different ways, like going forward, possibly, or is it just this book you think, or?
I know that everybody loves the script that she turned in, and that she really can capture moments in just a few pages. So it was 3 pages that she did for mine. There are not any plans for her to write anything moving forward like a book by herself, but people definitely want to see her come back. I've got to make sure she comes back for something in the future.
Yeah, that's so cool. By the way, got some fans in the chat. Joel's saying good to see everybody. You got Chris Albright here for some J. Michael Miller. We got Steph Williams love Roots of Madness is amazing. Andy B coming in. What's up, dude? If you guys like video games, and you probably should, because video games are cool. They're really cool. Even Grand Theft Auto 6 is cool, regardless of what everybody's opinion. Anyway, we're not here to talk about that. But you guys should check out Andy's show. He's we're all getting older, right? So it's what I like about his show is he's got a family, he's got a job, you know, a career and a life, and he navigates the video game culture, community, lifestyle, like through that lens, right? Because not everybody has like hundreds of hours, you know, to play every JRPG out there like that I'm trying to do right now, right? So like, you know, I don't have kids, I'm single, I can play the JRPGs. Anyway, really encourage you guys to do that. He helps me spend money a lot, and I wish he would stop doing that because I'll see he posts stuff on Threads, and I'm like, oh no, that's on sale. He's the reason why I'm playing Destiny 2 again right now. Like I picked up
I really like Destiny.
Oh, dude, I love it. I was sad. I was sad. It's like going, but all these people came back on, and that's probably what I'm going to do tonight. Is when we get done here, I'm probably going to hop on.
I haven't played in a few years, but I was a big fan of Destiny. It's Destiny 1 and
Nice.
first started Destiny 2.
Yeah, it's a good time, and a lot of people are because it like ended. They put it all the content for real cheap, and so you can download it for real cheap. So now there's actually a lot of people that are like, oh, I can get all this for like $25. I'm going to finally check out Destiny. So it's kind of, the people are coming back to it. It's kind of interest. So it's like everybody kind of mourned it. And now it's kind of like, I don't know, like a phoenix rising from the ashes. I think we should all play Destiny in 2026. It can't get worse. It could. It could. I shouldn't say that. Joel says his son just finished Pragmata. All right, let's talk. We're gonna talk video games for a second. That's fine. Video games and comics are good. It's a good. It's visual storytelling, right? It's interactive storytelling. We like that. We like that around these parts. I want to get Pragmata. I really, really do. Especially I got this. Oh my god, this big honking. It's not on right now. I got this big honking beautiful gaming PC. You guys can't see it off camera right here, and it crushes games. I love it. I love playing. I'm terrible. I'm not good at video games. I'm really not. I'm not good at podcasting either. You guys can't shut me up though. So that's pretty much how video games work.
Definitely good.
We're all space dads. Speaking of, Dead Space is also on sale. The remake for $6. Guys, want to hear a secret? I've been toying around. I'm not going to end my show or nothing. But I've been enjoying video games, and I have all this streaming equipment. I've got lights, cameras, action. Stupid. I'm sorry. But I've got all this stuff, and I've been
Hot
tinkering,
dogs.
trying to learn OBS and mess with stuff and mess with overlays, and I'm kind of like toying with the aspect of streaming games. But it's also strange because I like won't have a guest, so it'll just be like me talking and eating hot dogs and playing video games. Are people gonna watch that? I don't know. I don't know. But what I thought would be a cool twist is I love horror. I love horror everything. I love horror comics. I love horror novels. I love, love, love horror movies. Give me all the horror movies. I cannot play horror video games. They stress me out. I shake. I like my fingers tremble. I sweat. I get just the jump scares hit me like a million times harder. They terrify me. And so I'm like, what if I streamed myself like trying to work through my fear of horror games and try playing like some horror games. It's like for real, the last horror game I played was the original Dead Space, and it freaked me out. And I could like only play it when my friends were over. So I couldn't play it by myself. So anyway, I'm kind of thinking of getting on streaming and, you know, testing the waters kind of, but I was like, man, that might be good. And I know like there's already a lot of jump scare accounts and stuff. And it's like, it's like, I'm not trying to like carve new territory or anything, but as a person who's genuinely terrified of scary games and doesn't like playing them, I thought there might be something to that, to people watching me be terrified, stress myself out, and then stress eat hot dogs, right? We always got to bring hot dogs into it.
I think it definitely is.
But
Friday the 13th, the video game, I played that, and I definitely almost had a heart attack playing that.
Which is funny because like those movies aren't even scary. I mean, they're scary to some. Like, they were scary like as a kid, but like watching them now, you know, it's just like you see some boobies and you see some cheesy murder scenes, right? And it's like, what was I so, you know, that wasn't that scary, man.
The video game has his theme play louder the closer he gets to you, and you have to like hold your breath inside furniture to not get caught by him before you get killed. It's like a group game.
What do you you know, you got a family, you do a lot of writing, you do a lot of editing, you juggling a lot of stuff at once. What is some stuff that like, are you a video game guy? Like what do you do to take the edge off, to kind of, as much as we love comics, right? Like sometimes you work all day, you get your ass kicked by them all day. You walk away from the desk, you're not like, let's read, you know? It's like, what do you do to like combat against Kickstarter stress or, stuff like that? What do you do to take the edge off?
I definitely was a video game guy for a long time. I had one of the new Xboxes and a PS5. I sold them a few years ago. I kind of was really stressed with like completionist and needing to get daily goals done, and I decided that I wanted to like spend my energy on building myself up and making comics. So I also kind of idealize the idea of selling it. So I sold it to have money to make comics, but I do have an Xbox One that I got for free within the last year. So I've been playing some games a little bit, but what I really do to combat it is go for walks. I really like basketball.
Really?
Especially the last couple of years, I was going almost every day during the summer to play basketball. We went camping a couple of weeks ago for 4 nights. I actually forgot when I scheduled the Twin Flames launch and my first podcast, and the day that we launched was the day that our trip started. So I had to drive 30 minutes from the campsite to go have a podcast for the Twin Flames and drive back. But otherwise, just really focus on mental health and getting better at reading and writing and family.
Nice. I try to get away from my family. I'm
Yeah.
just kidding.
I'm sorry. Used to be my past too.
Yeah. What's one of the most exciting things? You've done your own Kickstarter stuff. You've been involved with anthologies and other Kickstarter projects. What's one of the most exciting, new, fresh things about Summit? I mean, like you mentioned, you guys are getting good press. you're bringing in other creators now. There's all these books, there's all these successful campaigns, one after the other. You know what's there's probably so much stuff you can't even talk about yet, right? That's down the line. But what's been some of your favorite experiences working with all these? Because these are like indie creators that like I grew up with, right? Like not like grew up with as a kid, but like grew up with on the nerd scene. Like I came out and started covering Kickstarter books, and like some of these people I met when they were like running their first campaigns, and now to see like so many of you like together on this huge project. What's been some like real cool, fulfilling, heartwarming shit you can tell us about that like makes us feel better about life? I need to
really
feel better about life, Jay.
Okay, I can do that. It's really been great. So I've was able to interview with Marvel a couple years ago and got a few stages in to be an assistant editor. I didn't get the job, but being part of Summit Comics, I was able to be a group editor. So I started with covering all things cosmic. So I'm the editor for Juna Maris, that's in Summit Presents 1 through 3, and Summit Pinnacle, written by Carla Medrano for the upcoming Presents issues. And I have gotten to edit Wayfarer for Nate Schachter that already performed well on Kickstarter. Bloodwig by Adam Barnhart's coming out soon, and I edited that. I'm going to be editing other things as well, but it's been great seeing everybody come together and share the same enthusiasm towards the same goals, even if we're working on different projects. It's been exciting. I have never flown for work before, but I got my first ticket to go to Baltimore Comic Con. So all of the Summit people can meet up there at a booth for ourselves. And I've got my own booth as well. Or not
Are you guys doing
for myself.
Are you guys doing something? Are you doing like a Summit meetup?
Yeah, we're going to do a Summit meetup for the first time at Baltimore Comic Con this year.
Cool. Oh, that'll be a blast. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
How many of you are going to be out there?
There's going to be at least 6 to 8, I think, total that show up over the days, but we have 2 to 4 people running the booth, 2 people that have their own table, and other people that just got passes are there to be there the whole time. We're going to set up different slot times with different writers and creators that we've got there with Summit Comics. I know Travis is going to be there. Nate's going to be there. I'm going to be there. Carla is going to be there. I can't remember everybody right now. Brian's going to be there. It's going to be a lot of guests, and the first time I've gotten to meet pretty much any of these creators in real life.
Cool. I hear it's a great, like, just by itself, if you like weren't going there like for a fulfilling like team meeting and to like meet all these creators you've been working with for months now, right? Like, but like even for if you were just going there regularly or to table, I hear it's a very good con. It's like make a lot of great networking, make friends. You know, it's supposed to be a really, really great show. That's awesome. I'm stoked. I'm stoked for you guys. There's so many great people involved. I remember. It's crazy. It doesn't feel like the announcements were that long ago when you said there'd been 8 successful campaigns. Like I was thinking there was like 3 or 4. I was like, wow. And it's like, so I'm going to be one of those guys, right? Where we always make that joke where when you run your campaign, someone's like, oh, I didn't even know you had a Kickstarter going. And I was just like, whoa, I missed 4 of the Kickstarters in Summit.
That happened with this intro. I like Ruination. I've seen the first arc, but I didn't realize it was up to issue 12.
Yeah, it's issue 12 and now two tales of, so 14 issues total. They're moving and grooving. I'm gonna toot my own horn. A little toot moment for a second. Before Blake's Buzz, like when I had my blog, I think it was like Blake's Buzzin' Comic Reviews is like what my blog was called initially, I think. When I was writing. And Ryan Biss hit me up and he was like, they sent me this Kickstarter book because I'd been having all these talking to all these Kickstarter creators or reviewing Kickstarter books. I hadn't started my show yet. And so he sends me the book. Like the art blew me away. It was so colorful and crazy. Really good fantasy. Lots of great magic. So like I was just really into it. I used to write really good reviews. I feel like I'm not a great writer anymore, but I get paid for copywriting, but I feel like I'm not a good writer anymore because of that. It's whatever, but money's good, right? The money's nice. I'm not getting good money. Anyway, You get it. Anyways, but they hired me. Like I reviewed this book and fell in love with it, and then they hired me for some PR help a couple times, and this time I'm building the page, I'm running the whole campaign, like I'm like doing everything. So it's really crazy to like, I just like reviewed this book back in the day, and now I'm gonna run the new campaign for the conclusion of its second arc, which is rad. It feels good to get like comic jobs like that. I'm sure you work. I'm sure you get hired on referrals like all the time, right? And so like you do good work, people talk about you, and then people are like, hey, like Jay, like I need some help with this script. It feels really good, right? And now you have do you have like a title at Summit? Are you like a staff editor or editor like?
So I'm a group editor, and I'm the writer and creator of the Twin Flames, and I just got announced as the talent relations manager.
Nice. So you're doing PR for them too?
Yeah, I'm going to be responsible for helping with the talent search that we do. We have a cover contest going for artists right now that
Oh, a
ends
talent
a
search.
week
Okay.
from today, and kind of helping build community and make sure relations are good. And also anybody that's looking to join Summit, there's very limited spots since there's already so many characters and we're filling out that schedule. But every year there'll be a few people that we look at potentially adding to the Summit Comics universe.
Very cool. But I got a question I want to get to. But first we got a bunch of comments in the chat. Mr. Paperback Dan popping in, saying he's a big baby and he doesn't play horror games either. Andy says he doesn't play. All right, so apparently I'm not the only wuss here, so that's good. Like I'm not the only one scared of horror games. That's nice. Tyler Johnson, what's up? Thanks for tuning in, man. Really appreciate you. Joel says thanks for validating this working dad's nightly walks, Jay. So apparently these walks are things I need to start. Apparently people say touch grass, leave the house. Blake, it's scary outside, folks. I don't like doing that. Dan says half the people involved in Summit are people he discovered through me, which is so cool. That is cool, and I will take responsibility for the success of Summit Comics. I'm just kidding. All you guys worked so hard. All of you guys worked so hard before you got together. Like I knew like when that group got together, like there would be repercussions, like good repercussions, right? Like there was just so many people with like such a hard on to create, and it's, like, and a lot of prolific Kickstarter talent, like guys that are on Kickstarter several times a year or maybe borderline once a month if you start thinking about like anthology work and stuff, right? So you got guys that know the platform in and out. You press connects, editing. You guys came out of the gate really strong. So that's very cool. I heard you just talked to my buddy Chris right before this. I heard you guys did an interview. Chris Daly, shout out to you. Love that dude. He's got Fueled by Weird, a really great YouTube channel. He likes to talk to indie comic folk too. We got some more love for Baltimore Comic-Con, so it sounds like you guys are gonna have fun out there. Austin Hamlin, what's up? He's at this point he'll get to the Summit Omni. He doesn't have enough money. I'm sure they'll do an omnibus. That's kind of you don't see a lot of Kickstarter omnibuses, but also I say that in the Aria omnibus is wrapping up right now, and it did like $150,000, which is pretty cool. I used to work with those guys. Anyway, we're not going to talk about that. Austin says, if only I knew some talent or someone who does interviews. I don't know anybody like that. Austin. I don't know what you guys are talking about. All right, Jay, I think this talent contest is really cool. I thought it was cool when Mad Cave did it because I think it is very important to harness new voices and take advantage of them for all their, I'm just joking, but to find new voices and like give them a spot, right? To be loud, give them a page to be loud on, maybe a couple pages. Tell us about this contest, how this came to be. You said the art's going on right now. Is there going to be like a writerly one at a later date? Fill us in.
For sure. So last year we had the first talent search for Summit Comics, and we had some writers and artists get picked. We had Jay-Z was a prominent winner that has been reused. He's doing all of the art for Pinnacle 2 that's coming out next year, and he's done the main cover for the Twin Flames #2. He's done some other cover art for us, and really just became part of the Summit family really quickly after the talent search. We've had some colorists from the talent search that we had last year as well. This year, this one was partially my idea for the cover contest, kind of reaching out to the community. We have Fan Art Fridays, and I thought, why not expand on that and give people an opportunity to, if they were wanting to warm up and draw something, maybe they could focus on our two characters for Summit Presents 1 through 3, Kill Strike, written and drawn by Marcus Jimenez, and then Duna Maris is written by Carla Medrano and also drawn by Marcus Jimenez and edited by me. And so we've gotten a ton of incredible submissions already so far. It doesn't have to be colored, but can be. And that ends July 1st. But it's really to help also build the community and interest with Summit Comics and give everybody opportunities. There's a cash reward as well, not just for exposure, but we want to make sure not to do anything wrong and make sure that we pay everybody that we can with the limited resources we have as a new indie publisher. We definitely are going to be continuing that talent search annually, and so there will be opportunities for writers as well this year and in the future years.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Also, hey, shout out to Matt Kreutzer. I used to work with this guy. I guess I kind of still work with. I don't know. Matt and I both got fired from comics one time. It was fun. Well, I'm sorry. I've had a weird couple days. I think your boy needs a psych ward. We'll be fine. No, but by the way, I do love Matt. He's a really amazing letterer. He's worked on some Eisner nominated stuff in the past. You know, not to steal any Summit glory. I'm sure you guys got letters in house, but if anybody out there, it's what I will say. We've talked about this on the show several times. It is lettering is so important, and in Kickstarter, when you're trying to cut corners and cut costs, and how can you save money on production, there were a lot of times where people would go, "Oh, I'll letter it myself. I'll read a guide. I'll watch a video. I'll do it. I'll figure it out." Please don't do that. Figure it out. Do that if you want to do like that on the side, but like hire someone while you're figuring it out. You know, like get good before you. But it's so important, and I've seen so many, particularly crowd-funded titles, struggle because of poor lettering. Long story short, I'm pretty sure if you need a letterer, Matt Kreutzer is maybe looking for some maybe taking work, and he does a really good job. He's also a really good designer. So, you know, whatever.
I tried to cut corners with Kid Cretaceous 1 and had the artist do the lettering, and when you compare it next to the second issue with Letter Squids, it blows it out of the water. The letters definitely add a huge component to the whole page.
I so agree. By the way, Joel says he says a comic book writer with two thumbs who's doodling his way through zines will be keeping an eye on that writer's talent contest. You've done like way more than zines, bro. Joel makes really cool comics. Also, yes, like I said, Matt is a pro. Hire him. Don't hire me to letter your book. You can hire me for other stuff, but hire Matt to letter. We're not on it tonight. the mic is hot. Blake is not, but that's okay. It's okay because Jay came with the sauce, and Jay's got new superhero books. I got a question. I got a big question. You know, it's hard enough having indie superhero books, right? It gets a little bit harder when you take those indie books to Kickstarter. They're the indie superhero books to Kickstarter. People are getting more into it, right? But there's still that most people are like, well, if I want Cape Comics, I'm going to go to the comic book store. I'm going to go to Marvel. I'm going to go to DC, right? That's still kind of, we're fighting against it, but that's where most people think the superhero comics happen, right? So there's always been like a little bit of a struggle with superhero comics on Kickstarter. You all don't seem to have anything holding you back, right? I got a question though, like you're building this new universe. There's all these new characters. There's all these new creators. There's several editors. There's a lot of hands in the kitchen stirring pots. How are you guys keeping things fresh and organized and your own, right? Because there's only so many special powers people can have, right? There's like elements of strengths and stuff you shoot out of you, and laser beams and optic blasts or whatever. How are you guys keeping all this like fresh and modern and punchy, and bringing in these new voices who have these new ideas? Like, is there a big sloth pile? Like, do you get a lot of submissions that you have to turn down? So I mean, how does this stuff work?
Yeah, and we don't have submissions currently open, but we are going to be doing that soon, for people that are looking to join Summit and have complete stories, or have a comic that they may have even funded already on Kickstarter to bring over. But it's been exciting seeing so many people at Summit working on superheroes, because superheroes is probably what got most people into comics in the first place. Definitely Spider-Man, the animated series, and Batman, the animated series, were definitely two cartoons that got my interest as a kid and got me into comics.
Mm-hmm.
And so we it's kind of awesome because everybody works on their own titles as an independent publisher themselves, and then we come together as a group to help you achieve your goals as well. And so we're always offering feedback, and so you're kind of in charge of your story. We just have editorial make sure that everything lines up. We have meetings every Saturday right now for editorial. It used to be on Mondays. Those take anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour. We've had one that was 2 hours, and just always working to make sure that everything is able to get through. We are trying to make sure that there's room for everybody and that we don't crowd. We had 3 campaigns active at one time recently, and we're trying to make sure that we only have no more than 2, if possible, especially for newer campaigns that have number ones.
What's
But
uh what's your thought process behind that? Was it a struggle to market and promote multiple campaigns simultaneously, or were you worried about like not all of them being seen as equally?
I think since we are starting out, that it's important to make sure that we don't grow too fast, and that
Mm.
we aren't that we have enough marketing and promotion going on for each campaign dedicated to it as well, so one doesn't suffer for not getting as much attention.
No, that's smart. I like that. I didn't know, um, when you have as many people as you do, and that's what's kind of cool about the system you guys have. You're getting press, but you also have this like team of creators, 20, 30 plus people, however many there ends up being, where it's like you can all share each other's campaign, right?
Right.
If 10 of you like and share a campaign right when you post it, that gets you in like such a better like algorithmic position, and for people to see your social media posts and stuff, right? So when you have like all those people, or when you post a YouTube video and you post in the Discord like the link, hey everybody just go like this, like a lot of people don't realize, or a lot of people do not utilize that element of community, and it's kind of silly because it's free. It costs nothing to have someone like click a link and click a thumbs up. It's just
Right.
it's a couple seconds, and I think people need to remind people of that. But also like creator groups, if you're in group chats and stuff, like I mean, don't spam each other, don't get kicked out of the group chat, but there's like talk to your people, and it's just if everybody likes it or shares it, or especially like if you drop a YouTube video or you do an interview somewhere and have them like it and share, it's something to think about. And when you have a big, you guys are a community now, right? Like even without the audience, like you have enough members to be like a community. So like you have a community that could really enhance and impact each other's social media presence like instantaneously. A lot of creators don't have that. A lot of creators don't have access to that, and that's pretty rad.
It
So I,
is.
I think that's is that are you guys like how's that working? Is there because there's some people that like you have to beg and grab and like drag to get them on front of a camera somewhere, or like they're like, oh, I love making comic books but I never want to talk about them, right? It's just like I
That's me.
never want to. Is everybody pretty much like embracing like the social media, the mailing lists, like, or do you still kind of have to like grab people and shake them like you have to do
Uh,
these
a little
things?
bit of both. Everybody, of course, heads are gonna bump every once in a while, and somebody might have a different idea that might be better to them. and sometimes there's a middle ground that needs to be met between ideas. But it is awesome because one of the things, it was a little bit inspired by Image Comics, but everybody came together, and pretty much everybody at Summit Comics that's a partner has a role that they contribute to the company and to the community that we're building. And so that's why I started out as the group editor, and right now I'm doing dual role with the talent relations manager. But everybody has something that they're good at. So Adam is the chief creative officer, but he's also doing the lettering and writing and everything. We've got Brian is an artist, but he's doing a lot of the marketing for us and the posts that we're doing on social media. And there's a whole marketing team that we have right now. We have people that really care because they are putting together MOUs that are business documents that explain like what the roles are. That way there's not too much miscommunication. That way when heads bump, it's usually just something that needs to be talked about and everybody understands what's going on.
Oh yeah, that's man. That's, you guys are growing. It's been so cool to see. Like I said, it's just you said y'all have been careful, like not to grow too fast, which is actually smart. I remember being on a panel, a Mad Cave panel, their 10-year anniversary in Kansas City a few years ago, and you know they were talking, and Cullen Bunn was up there talking about his new book, and I asked a question, and you know there was a lot of turmoil in the news, a lot of contract turmoil, and like a lot of publisher drama and books being held hostage and stuff. And you know, for a time, like no one ever spoke illy of Mad Cave, right? I know there were layoffs and stuff recently, but even with some of that, like everybody seems to still speak very positively about them. But anyway, you know, I kind of asked, I was like, you know, I was like, every publisher every publisher's got a horror story. You know, every creator's got, you know, some contract drama, it seems. And I was honest with him, and I was like, you know, I've interviewed a lot of your creators, and a lot of people tell me stuff in the green room after the show. And I was like, I've never, like, everybody just seems to be genuinely like enjoying their time with you, like when they work with you guys, and they say you treat creators well, and da da da. And like, and I've worked with Mad Cave's like marketing team and social media team. Like they've helped me promote some shows and stuff in the past for Nottingham and stuff, and like that was really cool. Anyways, I was like, you know, what are you guys doing that's so different? You know, I was like, what are you doing that no other creator can figure out and has to like screw people over and not pay? And they kind of laughed at me, but they were like, we're careful. You know, we're careful and we're slow, and even when things are going really well, we still hold back a little bit. You know, like there's always like they're always moving forward, but at a controlled pace. And that, you know, they were like, and you mentioned it, like, you know, some people, you get that momentum and you're like, well, we have to harness the momentum. We have to roll with it. We have to like, you know, turn this into a snowball that gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And, you know, and that's kind of the mentality. Like if you don't jump on it and harness it, you're going to lose it, as opposed to like being careful with it and curating it and make sure that the growth remains like steady. And anyways, I think that's really smart. And it sounds like you guys are playing things smart. I definitely haven't heard nothing about like, you know, no creator, you don't have angry creators out there shaking fists, making bad press. Like everybody seems to be having a great time. Lots of great indie creators, lots of people that have been on the Kickstarter platform for just such a long time that know the ins and the outs. Like most of y'all have your own Kickstarter audiences. What's that been like? So I know you don't have access to like everybody's metrics, right? But
right.
What's it like? Because you're kind of like pooling your audiences together for all these new IPs. And not everybody's going to be into everything, but I mean, if people are into superhero comics, you guys have a plethora of options. But how's that been? Kind of like you guys made a community of creators, right? Are you also making a community with your audiences?
Yeah, we have our own community Discord that we started a few months ago, and we have somebody that's kind of running that, making sure that the new channels get added and is overseeing it. We've got our fans already in there talking about their day. Somebody has a dirty soda bar at work that they're sharing about, and sharing pictures of their cats. I shared a picture of somebody else babysitting the other day. And everybody in there is just excited about Summit as an entity, not just individual stories. So even the fan community is building at a at a good race, and people are really just there to have a good time and build a community and have positivity on the internet and share about their lives. And it's really exciting to see because there are also people that do sometimes want us to snowball and go a little bit faster, and they're not wrong for having that thought. But also sometimes we need to pump the brake and make sure that the snow is packing together and not going to fall apart.
That sounds like a way to be. We got a question for you in the chat. We got Joel says, "What are the trade offs?" Or I guess it could be for both of us, but I'll give it to you first. What are the trade offs of growing big and fast versus steady growth? As you even just said, you were kind of like, you even acknowledged that maybe we should move faster on some things, but still not, right? Kind of having to keep yourselves in check, right? So what are your thoughts on like when to pump the brakes, or just, you know, when to just hammer it down and go, you know, full twisted metal, screaming, rockets blazing, shells flying, smoke blasting?
I think it's important to always do your best and try hard, but also I think it's what's more impressive is it lifting a lot of weight one time or being able to lift weight many times. And if you lift weight many times, that's what's going to build your muscle. And it doesn't have to be just about strength, that works with your mind as well. So it is important to make sure that you have steady growth, even if you do get the chance to grow big really fast too, because if you aren't ready for that big growth, you might not be able to sustain that moving forward.
I just turned into an asshole. I got kind of popular real quick for a second. I turned into a little asshole. No, but I was a big asshole. I was a big asshole. But there was a time where I was like, I'm like, I don't want to, I want to talk to big two people, right? And I want DC and Marvel people on my show. I want to talk to them. And then for a second, I got to like work with some of them, right? Like when I was on the magazine doing some stuff at Prana. But I was actually talking about that today, and I was like, because I'm doing a lot of the same stuff on Kickstarter, but I'm working with like not as large of clients, so like more smaller campaigns, which is also which is really stressful. Like I'm working on like 5 Kickstarters or 5, not, they're not all on Kickstarter, but I'm working on like 5 crowdfunding projects right now, and it's a mess. It's not a mess. It's just like art gets delayed, and then I'm like, I'm the PR guy for some of this stuff, right? I can't do anything if we don't have art to show, you know. So it's like, you like, delays happen, and then you sit around, and then they're like, oh, the art came in, and then this other job starts, and then all of a sudden like 3 jobs are going when like one of them was supposed to be started a month ago. That's the fun stuff. I'm trying to like schedule myself, and also because I don't want to get into another spot where I'm like hating life every waking moment, where I'm just like, because I feel like every job I like get too wrapped up in it. But
Right.
now I'm not. Now I'm kind of working. I'm basically just working for myself. I know I'm kind of with Laguna, but anyway. But I'm trying to do the same thing. I'm trying to get things rolling, and I want things to roll better because I need more money, and I also like have to be careful, you know, because I did that one time. I did take on too much work and let someone down, and I will think about that forever. I will live and die with that guilt, because that it's just, it really bums me out, and I never ever wanted to do that to anybody, and it happened once, and so that's like, I was like, my goal to like never ever have that happen again. And you do have to be careful, because in comics it's so funny, and I'm sure you know this, right? It's like nothing moves. It feels like everything takes forever. It's slow, right? And it's just like, you got to wait for proofs. You got to wait for the campaigns. You got to wait for a contract. You got to wait for art. Yeah, there's all this stuff that you have to wait for. But then all of a sudden it's there. You waited all this time and everything's there. And then all of a sudden everything has to be done like next week, and it has to be done perfect, right? It's just like everything's boom, boom, boom. Now. Oh, and by the way, if you make a mistake, it's going to print wrong and be like that forever, you know? And so it's just like, it gets very intense and like, I think deadlines with printed goods are a little more intense, right? Than other creative gigs. But that's just kind of how it happens, right? And if you're juggling a lot of plates, you know, at the time, like when even more plates fall down and it can get real crazy real fast. So that's my suggestion to you or my thoughts on that, Joel, is just like, it's very hard because it's like you want to be popular, you want everybody to know who you are, you want everybody to hire you for your Kickstarter campaign, right? Like, but you can't. You will die if everybody hires you. You will burn out and die like a wonderful little star. And like you have to like chill and so yeah, I get it. Did Joel just write this, or is this your actual slogan? Is it Summit a family company, or did he just make that up?
That's just what was written. It's not our slogan, but it should be.
Yeah. I like that. Joel, we're going to steal that from you. I appreciate it. Cole, what's up, dude? This is all the hot dog I have left. I was my third. I got a couple bites. I'll take one for you right now. It's cold. The hot dog is cold now. That's fine. It's still good.
Cold dogs are so good.
What is it? Oh, well, yeah. What are your thoughts, Jay? Because you have several titles now, and what you got going on at Summit. How are you scheduling yourself in your creative endeavors to keep your own stuff going while doing all the new Summit stuff?
I try to simultaneously do everything I can as fast as I can. Like I said, you shouldn't. And then I also try to have grace with myself when I can't now. And that's something that I've kind of had to work on a lot over the past few years, especially. I definitely have been a perfectionist and want to have results now. But Kid Cretaceous was my first comic book, and that only took a few months to come to life for the first 4 pages. And it was successful, but the same day I also had the idea for the Twin Flames. So it was still the same day that I had two different ideas, but here we are 4 years later, and that's how long it took for one of the ideas to actually come together into something that you could see and even be proud of. But really just not letting all of those fears and anxieties that you talked about, really worrying about trying to be Wonder Woman and have them bounce off my bracelets, and not worry about them as much, and also know that it's normal to worry about them.
Yeah, I do. That is good advice. Cause like, try not to worry, but also know you're going to worry, and you're not a little weirdo for worrying, you know?
Right.
Cause there's like a weird, I don't know, confidence and brains play like weird games with you. And there's a very easy way for you to turn like worry, like even a justified worry, into like, if I was a better creator, I wouldn't worry about this, you know? And I see that happen all the time, and I do it myself. Right. So like, just to, expectations, like, you're going to worry and you're going to stress, and it doesn't mean you're a newbie. It doesn't mean you don't have the experience of like a seasoned creator. Cause I know a lot of seasoned creators that will hide their phones like on launch day. I know seasoned creators that will hide away every 5-10 minutes and refresh the page. I know seasoned creators who will message their co-creators if there's ever like a cancellation or anything, and be like, we're screwed, we're dead, we're dead in the water. And that's another, everybody's gonna have a cancellation. I don't know any campaign at any level, whether it raised $1,000 or $1 million, and whether it was done by a publisher or an indie creator, that has never lost pledges. And right. So like, I like to tell people this. I'm going to get on my soapbox for a moment. I got two things. A cancel pledge is never your fault, and it never means that your book sucks, or you're a lame creator, or that your Kickstarter campaign is lame. People get broke. People get worried. People forget they pledged. People have kids that go to the doctor that break their arm, right? People get blow out a tire on the highway. All of that, like, just things happen. I want to tell you though, I'm speaking to everybody here. Listen to Uncle Blake, okay? Listen to Hot Dog Marketer Blake. If someone cancels it, don't say anything. Don't get on social media and say, we lost a big pledge today. We lost all these pledges this week. We lost a sketch deal. Don't give people a reason to think about canceling your campaign. You will not get pity backers. You won't get someone who's like, oh, I feel bad for him. I'll pledge $50. That's not going to happen. Okay. It'd be great if it did. It's most likely not going to happen. What you're doing is you're putting out the idea into the world that like, oh, I got $50 that I could save by not necessarily backing this comic that I forgot I backed earlier this month, you know? Or conversely, if you're talking about it a lot, and you're oh no, and someone's going to be like, why are these people canceling the pledges, and should I maybe cancel the pledge? So just never ever talk about cancel. You have friends, you have co-creators, you have me. DM me if you don't have anybody to talk to and say, Blake, I'm pissed because I lost all these backers. That's fine. I will listen to you. I will let you vent. Don't put that on your social media. Charlie Stickney told me this a long time ago, and Charlie Stickney is a smart, sweet, wonderful man, and he knows Kickstarter. And if you've never read White Ash, do yourself a service and track it down and hop on his next campaign and check it out. But if you're a Kickstarter creator, you should be following him because he gives wonderful advice and he's always around. But what he said to me one time is he goes, Blake, I don't care if the world is burning down around you and it's raining fire and brimstone and the trumpet of the rapture sounds, right? I don't care if any of that happens. The campaign is always going smoothly. No one ever canceled a pledge. We're funding. We're doing the best we could hope, right? Even if it's 2 hours, well, no, maybe if it's a few days before your campaign's funded and you still haven't funded, right? That's fine. That's the story you play. Everything's going according to plan. Everything's going to be fine. The campaign's going to be fine. You have to put that image forward. A Kickstarter is a finicky monster. And if you start backtrailing on yourself, your backers are going to pick up those vibes. If you start talking about canceled pledges, someone's going to be like, maybe I should cancel it too. Or maybe I should turn my $50 pledge into a $5 digital pledge, right? So don't remind people that they can change their pledges or cancel a campaign. Just kind of try and not remind people about that until the very end, right? Until like the backer kit survey or whatever goes out and you can get people to add on some stuff or upgrade then. Anyways, that's just my thought. I've given that advice to a lot of people that paid me money, and I'm giving you that for you all for free right now. And if you listen to me, I'm pretty sure it will. I know it will help you because I still see people and I want to DM them, Jay. Every time I see it, I want to DM them and be like, delete that post. Oh, don't you dare say someone canceled a pledge. You're like, no. Anyway. What do you say? You've been on crowdfunding a lot. So many things can go wrong. So many things can go right. It can be a great time. You can meet new people. You can meet new creators, right? You can get inspired, feel alive. Like Kickstarter campaigns can do crazy stuff, but they stress you out. And fulfillment gets stressful. Dealing with printers gets stressful. Shipping stuff gets stressful. Return packages get stressful. What do you have any? I know you mentioned like going for walks and stuff. Excuse me. What you got any advice for like budding Kickstarter creators? People thinking about running their first campaign on like trying to remind them that to chill out a little bit. Like, you got any advice?
Yeah. Some of the biggest successes that I've seen happen with the creators that aren't checking it every 5 minutes. I don't know if that's because you are giving your energy to it and you're paying attention to it and you think it doesn't move as quickly because you're checking every 15 minutes, or if it's because you got lucky by not thinking about it for a while and going out. So the Cobalt Cricket by Sebastian was funded on day one, and he didn't know it until later that night because he traveled to a concert with his wife, and then he saw it at dinner.
That's cool. That's cool. That's rad.
But this campaign definitely was the fastest funded that I've had, and I've checked it the least. And so maybe you just check on it less and less the more comfortable you get with being on the platform. Because definitely as a rookie, you are going to look at every canceled pledge and wonder what you did wrong. You will find people that seem super enthusiastic about your comic and promise that they're going to give you a lot of money, $100, $150 for your one book. and then something's going to happen and it's going to slip through and you won't get that. And it might be a disappointment, but it's not anything wrong that you did. Like you said, things happen in life. It might be somebody either is going to get the digital copy of your book or they're going to get $8 more in gas that week. So
or maybe they
I
need
think
diapers.
just,
Maybe they need, like Adam knows. Adam's your editor in chief or chief creator, president, whatever he is. Adam Barnhart, Chief Kemosabe. That's what I'm going to call Adam Barnhart, by the way. Adam Barnhart, Chief Kemosabe of Summit Comics, is I'm so stupid. I'm sorry, chat. But he's about to have baby number 2, right? He's got one on the way. Yeah, right. So you guys need to support Summit Comics.
Marcus just had a baby.
Marcus did too. That's right. Hey, is Marcus involved in Summit? Like,
yeah, he's drawing Killstrike and Junamaris for Summit Presents 1 through 3. He's writing Killstrike. He's doing a ton of covers for us. He did covers for pretty much every title.
Is he still doing?
And it was printed in the back of Summit Pinnacle.
Okay, is he still doing Dauntless? Like,
yeah, he's doing both. He is also kind of giving feedback on art as well when needed for people, but he's definitely doing both things. He's got projects for Dauntless that he's doing, and he's helping with Summit. He's definitely talking in there every day.
Awesome. Yeah, I wanted to ask because that was another one of my first published review was a Dauntless Stories comic. The kind of like superhero. I can't think of the name right now, but it was the superhero group, the first book they did. But he which is, I love his art. But yeah, I reviewed that, and then they started Dauntless. They're doing all this other stuff, and then I started seeing him on some of these Summit books. So I didn't know if like if Dauntless went into Summit. Well, so there's 2 things. That's cool. Interesting.
It's 2 things. He's also doing the art for the Stephanie Williams story.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, he's good people. He's good people.
Yes.
I'm glad you guys have all these great indie people to great and like good people and talented people, right? So you got the books are pretty, they're written well. You got great editors, you got great marketers, getting good press. Like, has there been what's this? Have you guys struggled with anything? Did something ever kick you guys in the dick, like set you back a day, or has it just been like 24/7 smooth sailing? Like, did you guys have any kind of rocks to climb over?
Yeah, we've definitely had our issues. We've had heated discussions about things. We've had people that have left already from Summit Comics that started with us. We've also had people that left that just had different priorities, and they're even still coming back to write something for the company still. So they just left as a partner. Everything always has hiccups. We've had delays. For the Twin Flames, I actually was supposed to have a completely different artist. I was going to have Noelle Kelly, who did a cover for The Healer's Blade and was going to be the replacement artist for that as well. She had an injury and then some real life stuff happened, so she had to back out and wasn't the artist for the Twin Flames anymore. I had another replacement artist that ended up lying about some of their credits, and I had to file a PayPal case to get a refund for that before I landed on Rom Silva for art at the suggestion of some people in Summit. And so there's definitely fights that we deal with all the time. It's just when you have a community of people always working towards the same thing, it's a lot easier to remember that there's victories even in the defeat.
Nice. Who's the worst person to work with? I'm just kidding.
Maybe Christopher Albright, because he's been in that chat even though he's not with Summit.
I love Chris. That's funny. By the way, this might have to be like a new shirt or something. Uncle Blake likes hot dogs. We may have to do something by that. Also, John Westhoff of Part-Time Comics is in the chat. Another great indie creator with a great indie publisher doing cool books. Great. Really encourage y'all to check out Part-Time Comics. Jay, man, I've kept you over an hour. It's been super fun chatting with you. I know you got a lot of stuff going on. This is the part I know I talk a lot. probably talk too much. It's my show though, so kiss my ass.
Yeah,
And but not you, Jay. That was a special message for someone out there. Fucking all right. Anyway, that wasn't for you either, Jay. I'm sorry. I'm going to shut up now, and I'm going to let you tell us where to find you, where to follow you, best places to follow Summit, just any place that we can support you, give you money outside of the Kickstarter campaign. Like, tell us where to find you.
My social media handle is at Comics and the Cosmos on pretty much any social media platform, X, Instagram, Blue Sky, TikTok, anything. And you can go to readsumm.it to read about anything Summit. It's got all of our campaigns from the past that have been successfully funded, late pledges. It shows that the Twin Flames is active and shows some of the upcoming projects as well. It's got a shop for even some shirts and anything to catch up on Summit as well there. You can even find our Substack, which we have some deals. Like I had a deal for Substack subscribers that they got twice the savings as early bird backers for twice as long as well.
Oh, you messing around with some of those secret tiers, little special tiers for your backers? I love those things. They're so fun you can do really cool stuff with secret tiers. They're very, very fun to play with. And it kind of makes people feel special when you like hit them up and give them like a special deal. They're like, whoa, okay.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's very cool. Travis Gibbs in the house saying, what's up, Jay? What's up? Good to say. Travis, another big creator at Summit. Also tons of other stuff with Orange Cone Productions. Tommy says we should talk about PCs, badly drawn feet. Look, I thought PC was Windows terminology. I thought it was specific jargon related to Windows. So with like all this Steam,
personal computers.
Yeah, I knew you meant personal computer, but like I've been doing the joke today where I'm like, okay, fine, it's not a MacBook anymore. It's an M3 Apple PC Pro. No one calls it that, right? But anyway, so I thought it was a Windows specific thing. Anyway, I've been getting tossed on threads for saying I was excited about Grand Theft Auto. I was like trying to talk smack on the Steam box, and I was like, is it even a PC if it doesn't have Windows on it? Okay, that didn't pan out, all right? But also I've been getting rocked because if anybody follows me, I got into a little tiff with Sir Robert of Liefeld the other day. And I will say, I know Tommy's kicking out the jams with a feet joke. But like when I've gotten into it with him, not Tommy, with Rob, it's happened a couple times now. Dude, I've never talked about his career. I've never talked about his style. I've never talked about his narrative voice. Never talked about specific titles or books. Never mentioned feet, ever. All I ever said and all he's yelled at me for online was I was like, stop talking shit on new comic books. Like, dude has 100,000 followers. It is a struggle to get people to pre-order comics, okay? Add these numbers up. It's hard to pre-order comics. 100,000 sycophants. You tell 100,000 sycophants, don't buy new comics, they suck. How harder does it get to pre-order comics? It gets harder. Like, it just, that's all. I know he's an icon. I know he's not a bad dude. I've met him in person. He's magnetic. He makes you laugh. Like, he really does. And I don't understand why he treats his peers that way and other creators. I think he throws a lot of low blows out there. I know he gets low blows himself. I have no idea what it would be like to wake up every day and have tons of people make fun of your art. I hope I never have to experience that, even if you got rich off of it. But like, so right. I know he's problematic in some ways. I also know he's an icon and he's a person to be respected. And I just, again, it was never about ability. I don't even care about how I said this. I don't care about how he treats fans. He can tell me to go to hell, right? He can call that one kid an idiot for liking Bendis's Spider-Man. I don't care. His co-creators though, like other people, like big two, and I'm talking like big creators, like I don't like that. And that's the only thing I have bad to say about Robert Liefeld. And
I didn't see about the PCs I didn't see about the PCs or Grand Theft Auto, but I did see the Rob Liefeld stuff.
Oh, everybody! I guess it. So apparently, here's some funny sauce, chat. there's an anti-Liefeld group on Facebook. There's like an F. Rob Liefeld group, and my friend sent me. Someone took like screenshots of all the stuff like Liefeld and I posted and like posted them. And so I'm Facebook famous now, I guess. Which I've been. I don't know if you guys know this. I get paid now on Facebook. I made a whole $10 last month. Yeah, but so anyways, yeah. So I guess there was. I guess people were talking about. I didn't even think it was that great of a tiff. It was way cooler when like him and Scott Snyder were cussing each other out on Twitter. Like it was, that was like way cooler. Anyway, that's just what I know. Hold on, Matt said something. Oh, well, see, Matt, that's funny. How do they lie about credits? They don't lie about them. They fire you and then they just delete you off the title page, even though you rewrote some dude's scripts and stayed up for like a week getting stuff done. Ask me how I know that. All right, I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to get fired again from comics. But also, Tommy, what are you saying, Tommy? I'm a dedicated. All right, well, good. I'm glad I'm being entertaining out there for some of you. Matt's gonna buy me dogs. All right, as long as I don't go hungry. Matt, I'm sure he does. You probably were the one who took my name. I'm just kidding. Anyway,
somebody had to take it.
Someone had to delete Blake Morgan off that title page. That's all I know. That's it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It is fine. Life's awesome now, and I love the Kickstarter work I'm doing. And even though I do complain sometimes, I will say this: I am getting to only focus on clients and Kickstarter right now, and I've never been happier. Like honestly, like it is amazing. It's a different kind of stress, right? Because but it's like I'm not having to edit somebody else's podcast. I'm not having to hype a magazine. I'm not having to do socials for a marketing firm and a magazine. And I just get to focus on Kickstarter, tell people my ideas, and build pretty graphics for Kickstarter pages. And I'm digging it. I know, Matt. I know.
Awesome.
It would have been the other guy we love, and I still love you anyway, Christian. If you're watching this, but anyway, but yeah. So you've told us all where to follow you, to find you. As I mentioned, there's links in the descriptions. The Twin Flames is on Kickstarter. You're unlocking stretch goals. It's good to go. As we talked about. These gentlemen have all run campaigns before. They've successfully fulfilled campaigns before, right? Travis, if you're still in there, I really felt that post you put out today, right? Like fulfill your campaigns. Yeah, fulfill your campaigns. It hurts everybody in the world. It hurts the starving kids in war-torn Ukraine when you don't fulfill your goddamn campaigns, all right? It hurts everybody, but it's a bad habit, and I don't even know how it can happen. I don't know how you launch a Kickstarter campaign and think you can weasel your way out of that part, but whatever. Fulfill your campaigns. And if you back Summit campaigns, they've already fulfilled a ton. You're going to get your books and Gemini mailers or an equivalent safely bagged and boarded with extra goodies. I know how these guys roll. They roll well. They roll with good books. And why make good books if you're not going to take the care when you ship them out to people to read, right? And you guys are doing all that, and I love that about you. I love that you guys have started this whole huge movement. I love that it just continues to get bigger and bigger, and you guys are all having fun and having success. And you're all good. You're all good people, and, so it's nice seeing good things happen to good people.
It is
what I'm getting to. All right. Well, everybody in the chat, this was fun. I'm sorry I was a little weird and vulnerable tonight. It's probably going to happen again. I'm not going to lie. At least I don't drink. I used to be real weird when I was drunk all the time. Anyway, now I just remember the weird shit I say. All right. Well, we'll be back next week. I believe, actually, I don't know who's going to be on next week, so we won't announce it, but we are going to be back next week. Wednesday nights, 9 p.m. I'm here every Wednesday screaming about hot dogs and reading comic books because that's all I got. That's all I got, guys. That's all I got. No, I got a gaming PC too, but I play video games, I eat hot dogs, I read comic books, and I love you. Love all of you. Thank you for listening. Jay, it was so good to hang out with you. I've known you for a while now. As a creator, I respect you. I respect your hustle. You know, you edit books. You make great books. You're making comics better, baby. Keep doing it, or I'm gonna get mad at you. I'll come find you. Come find you.
Good. I'm in Idaho.
Okay. It'll take me a minute to get there, but I'll find it.
Okay.
All right, everybody. Love more, hate less, read all the books, click all those links in the descriptions, go support comics. That is a gorgeous shirt. I should probably make new ones one day. I keep talking about it. I never do. Anyways, love more, hate less, read books. We'll be back next week. I love you. I love hot dogs. Adios.